Grace Mayo, Director of Professional Development at CAST, provides an overview of UDL lesson planning.
In thinking about developing or planning your lessons, we find there are actually three phases in the process. One is the thinking ahead and planning the lesson, and that's where a teacher really pauses and reflects and would collaborate with other specialists. And what they want to do during that time is, number one, to identify what the goal is. And that is a collaborative process in which you're bringing both the general educator or the special educator and any other specialists that are working in the classroom together to ensure that they're all working on the same goal. And then once they've decided that in the pre-planning process, they can figure out what are the materials, what are the roles of the different specialists, what are the assessments they're going to use, and what are the methods they're going to use. And then that's step one. The second step is to really pause and reflect and think about how they use the methods, how they use the materials, how they use the assessments in the actual teaching of the lesson. And then we suggest in this process that they go through the lesson, they teach the lesson, and then for the third step is they take time to debrief. How did the lesson go? Did it address the needs of all learners? Did all learners achieve the goal that they set out to achieve? If in fact the goal was achieved, then they know the lesson was successful. If the goal wasn't achieved by all learners, then they have to again revisit the goal, revisit the methods, revisit the materials, revisit the assessment, and modify and adapt the lesson so in fact it can address the goal for all learners.